Hello, thank you so much for tuning in to Vasu University. My name is Natalie Adele, and this is Vasu Restore. So I have with me my friend Keenan and my sister Holly. Thank you so much. And this is really a practice in settling down all the busy, chattery energy. Today's practice, we will start off seated, but I just want to let you know what other props we will need just so you can go ahead and grab them if you don't have them already. So restorative yoga is a very prop-heavy class. You will need 2 blankets. If you have just one, no problem. A bolster. And for today's class, we're going to be doing a little yoga nidra at the end. So I like a lot of eye pillows. So I'm calling for 3 here, but certainly if you don't have eye pillows, you can take a scarf over your face and then just something weighted for the hands at the end. And we'll get onto that later. So for the aromatherapy for today's class, we're going to start with our energizing kit. So the I am inspired really uplifts the energy. So this, I call it like sunshine in a bottle. It's got lemongrass, it's got orange, and it's got bergamot. And then the spray is the Clean Yogi spray. It's got rosemary, thyme, geranium, and lemongrass. So the beginning of class, we're really going to bring the energy up and out so that we can really beautifully dive into stillness and reap the benefits of our restorative practice. So you guys ready to begin? Okay, so you'll start off just like Holly and Keenan are here in Tandasana, mountain pose. And I'm going to be giving them some of the I'm inspired in their left palm. So for you watching at home, go ahead and place some of the I'm inspired in the palm of your hand and take a few deep breaths. Really allowing the aromatherapy to bring you into this moment. Start to close the eyes, soften the shoulders, and imagine tracing the scent, the orange, the lemongrass, the bergamot, all the way into the depths, the darkness of the lungs. Let the light in. And let the light out. We'll take 3 more breaths here with the oil. You'll go ahead and come back to your Tandasana, your mountain pose. Maybe take a few shrugs of the shoulders, rub any of the excess oil where it wants to go. And I'm going to give Holly and Keenan a nice little shower of the Clean Yogi spray. And as it lands on their skin, they're going to inhale it through the pores of their skin, really bringing them here to life in this moment. So standing in Tandasana, mountain pose, palms face forward. Let's inhale, lift the shoulders all the way up by the ears. Open mouth, stick out tongue. Exhale, press the shoulders down. Inhale, lift the shoulders up, lengthen spine, relax face. Open mouth, drop the shoulders down. Let's do that 2 more times. Really linger at the top of this inhale, sip a little more, hold. Open mouth, extend the exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Let's open the eyes and just start to just shake off the arms, shake off the legs. Maybe you do one of these twisting motions. I don't know how you're feeling at home, but typically we're holding on to some unresolved energy and some unspoken words and conflict. So we just want to get rid of it before we sink into stillness. Great. So let's start to just tap up the left arm, down the left arm, really being mindful of this. Maybe we go a little slower or faster. Maybe you just use your fingertips or the palm of your hand. Go all the way into the armpit, the outer shoulder, the collarbones, working your way to the other side of the body. Don't forget about the wrists, the palms of the hands. Let's go down into the abdomen. Can you feel the tissues, the organs shaking? Back of the body. Again, remember the intention here is to release. Release, release, release. Stuck energy. Soles of the feet. Tops of the feet. The buttocks. The backs of the shoulders. Back of the neck. Gently, finger pads. Neck. Collarbones. The face. Are you still breathing? Top of the head, maybe give yourself a little head massage. Gently palm the earlobes. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, come back to stillness. Just notice how you feel. Trace the breath in through the nose. And out through the nose. Standing here in mountain pose, continuing your Ujjayi breath. Just gently shift the weight forward into the toes, back into the heels, to the right side of the feet, the left side of the feet, maybe moving in circles. Maybe you lift the heels all the way up, the toes all the way up. Keep your eyes closed and notice, does this slight imbalance, this fleeting imbalance make you feel a certain way? Does it change the way you breathe? The practice here is not to let it. Come back to stillness on the feet. We're going to work with some bioenergetics now. Again, before we get into stillness, let's release. So we connect to emotion. So emotion is energy in motion. So we're going to get into motion and just really feel whatever comes up. So take a wide stance in the legs and take a little soft bend in the knees and start to just bounce. Okay? All we're doing is bouncing. You're finding softness in the body. Maybe this is a chance to make some funny faces, right? Open the mouth, stick out the tongue, let the arms be heavy, giggle, laughter. Yeah, so we're doing that, right? I want you to focus on your inhale and your exhale. Inhale. Come a little closer to me. Yeah, exhale. How are you guys doing at home? Inhale and exhale. So we're gonna kick it up a notch, right? Feel free to let the feet leave the ground a little bit, shift the weight from side to side. Now we're gonna kick it up a notch. We're gonna inhale, and as you exhale, you're gonna allow the movement of your body to vibrate your exhale. It's gonna look and sound like this. Close your eyes. Get a little silly. You guys better be doing this with me at home. Good. Keep on going. Move the arms. Move the head. I really want you guys to connect to the breath here, okay? Can you go a little faster? Let's do 3 more rounds of breath. Make that last one count. Yeah, take a deep breath in. And a calm breath out. Close your eyes. Let everything come back to center. Let the heart slow down. And ride the wave of your breath back home. Let's allow the eyes to open. Inhale. And exhale. So we're going to do another bioenergetics move, doing Kapalbhati breath. So we're gonna hold the arms overhead, feet are hip-width apart. So I'll demonstrate to start. Kapalbhati breath comes right from the abdomen, billows shape in the abdomen. So it's an exhale forcefully through the nose, inhale passively sneaks in there. So let's bring our hands into cactus, and we'll just start with Kapalbhati here. Let's begin. So you can go at the tempo that they're going at. You can go a little slower. You can go faster. What I want you to do here is notice your face. Are you all clenched up and serious, shoulders tense? Can you find softness in every part of the body except the abdomen? Can you find grounding in the feet, softness in the face? Can you dig a little deeper there? Dig a little deeper. Beautiful. Let's do this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your exhales out. Inhale, arms overhead. Hold the breath at the top. Reach higher, sip more. Hold your breath. Pull in your pelvic floor, Mula Bandh. Close the eyes and imagine pulling that energy up the spine through the crown of the head, just for you. Exhale, arms down by your side. Stay here, come back. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, the last flow of bioenergetics, moving energy around. We're gonna come into mountain pose here. Bring your feet together now. And you're gonna inhale, reach the arms forward, take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, fold. Let's move nice and slow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Keep on flowing with me. Inhale, arms up. Breathe. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, straight spine, belly in. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Rise up and take up space, yogis. Reach those arms. Look up, sip, and fold. Exhale. If your eyes aren't closed yet, I invite you to close them. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up, stand tall, breathe deep, look up there, hold the breath, touch the palms together, reach higher, relax the face. Exhale, heart center, heart center, good. So a simple flow here, inhale, arms up, exhale, fold. Come right back up to stand, inhale, take a little back bend. Open mouth, exhale, let the arms sweep behind you, good. Inhale, up, back bend. Exhale, fold. Arms are just really fluid here. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Stick out the tongue maybe. Inhale. Exhale. Come right back up to stand. Inhale. And heart center. Exhale. So we're going to do that again a little faster. It's going to look and sound like this. Good. So you're really breathing deep on the inhale, and you're throwing it out on the exhale. So what I like to do is inhale, at the peak of the inhale, I clench my fists, and then I release them and I throw it away. Make noise. Yes. Make noise. Close your eyes and really connect to something here that is making you mad, right? Go ahead. Let it go. Emotion is energy in motion, right? We gotta feel it to heal it. Do 3 more. Go a little faster. 1 more. Let it go. Hold your fold. Hold your fold. Good. Hold your fold at home. Take a rag doll. Maybe ground down with the hands on the floor or somewhere on the body. Soften the knees a little bit. Maybe you sway side to side. Come back. Breathe into the feet. Feel the energy of the spine pour down the body. Take 3 more breaths. Let the arms be heavy, let the head be heavy, fingertips on the ground. Keep the chin tucked to your chest, and on an inhale, as slow as you can, come up to standing. Maybe it takes you a few breaths, right? Maybe you don't do it on one breath. Let the chin be the last thing to come up. Let the breath reach through the top of your head. And when you get up there, roll the shoulders down and back. Inhale, reach the arms up high. And exhale, back to the heart. All right, great job. Check in with how you feel and join us on the ground. So how are you doing? Hopefully at this point you've grounded down your energy and are meeting us here on your ground. We're going to be setting up for a mini Shavasana. So my friends here have taken a bolster behind them for more of sort of a restorative supported fish pose. If you prefer a different style of relaxation, maybe you're flat on your back with a blanket underneath you, a bolster underneath the knees. They've opted for an eye mask and an eye pillow. Just take these next few moments to get yourself comfortable, listening to my voice. I'm going to be burning some sage just to help clear any of the energy that was shifted in that active practice that we just did together. So encouraging you to burn some sage at home as well. And we're going to switch into a different aromatherapy now, bringing the energy down. So the I Am Inspired that we use is very uplifting. We're going to use the Reboot kit now. This includes the I Am Here, which has lavender, chamomile, and vetiver, as well as the Dream Spray, which helps us get into this state, right? This dreamy state together. So if you have the I Am Inspired, now is a great time to place a few drops into the palm of your hand. And I really want you, if you're not on the back yet, to get onto your back and slowly rub the palms together. Let even this be part of the practice. It is part of the practice. This is the meditation. Rub the palms together slowly. Feel the glide of the oil. Take your time, taking some deep breaths with the palms in front of the face. Maybe you slowly press the palms into the face, down the neck. Just enjoy this moment. You know, I'm so passionate about restorative yoga. For me, I think it really teaches us how to enjoy pleasure, how to receive pleasure, how to feel good without the guilt, right? So let everything slow down. If you have the Dream Spray, give yourself a few sprays. And allow the eyes to close. Together, let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Sip, sip, and let it go. Out through the mouth. When we learn to be supported by the ground, we are able to live in a completely different way. We are able to become more available to ourselves and the people we love. And once we feel the safety offered by the earth, by the ground, we can begin to relax. So land with me here. Slowly slide your mind through your body. And notice where your body meets the ground. On each out-breath, let your weight drop down into the ground. Let the earth hold you. No need to grip. No need to clench. No need to hold yourself up or together. Let your body land on the ground. Let your breath fill your body. The ground holds you. so that your breath can fill you. Feel the earth holding you. Let your body land completely. Nothing to do, nothing to get. You're done. No more work. Notice how you feel. Land on the ground. Land on the ground. Land on the ground. We are learning here in this practice to allow the ground to carry us. We are learning to allow our body to be on the earth. You don't have to hold everything up now. Let the earth hold you. Take a deep breath in and a calm sigh out. Inhale, peace. Exhale, peace. Imagine you're looking at a photograph of yourself from a time where you felt the most grounded, the most steady, safe, peaceful, and at ease. This can be a real memory or an imagination. What is the environment like? What surrounds you? Who surrounds you in this most grounded state? What's under your body? Earth? The ground? What's above your body? What do you look like when you feel grounded? What's your posture? How do you breathe? What does it feel like to be you when you feel grounded and at home in your body? Embody that here, in this moment. Embody what it feels like to be grounded. And we'll take 3 more deep breaths together. Just take a moment here to invite some really gentle movement into your body, starting by moving the neck side to side, over to the right, over to the left, wiggling the forehead, circling out your jaw, maybe allow some exhales to release the tongue out of the mouth, swallow, wiggle the toes, fingers, wrists, ankles. Breathe a little deeper now with a little bit more energy just to come back to the body. So we're going to be setting up for our next pose, a supported bridge pose. So perhaps you're in standard Shavasana, and if that's the case, take your bolster and bring it over to the side of your body. If you're in a supported fish pose like we are here, very slowly come up to seated, tucking the chin to the chest, maybe take a little forward fold, really counterpose that if you were doing a supported fish pose. And then we'll all meet back on our backs. Remember, don't rush to relax. So very slowly come back onto your back. Leave your bolster handy by your side, your eye pillow if you prefer. And once you're on your back, go ahead and bring the soles of the feet to the ground, hip width apart, really close to the body. So see if you can graze the heels with the hands. If not, scooch the buttocks down towards the heels. Go ahead and take a few deep breaths. Yeah, thank you for the reminder. Deep breaths. And we're just going to do a few very gentle rounds of active bridge. So press the palms, feet into the mat. As you inhale, lift the hips, heart off the ground. Don't do your full extension. Open mouth, exhale, slowly come back down on to the ground. Focus on the body. Inhale, focus on the breath. Lift hips, exhale, come back down. We'll do that 3 more times. Focus on filling the lungs, the body will follow. Can you send the breath to the top of the head? Can it shoot out the top of the head? Let it go. Good. On your next inhale, lift your hips, grab your bolster, and slide it widthwise underneath your hips, just like Keenan and Holly are doing here. Again, relax slowly into this pose. Be patient, kind, gentle with yourself. Know that in restorative yoga, we hold the poses for a little bit longer. So give yourself that 30 seconds to a minute when you first land in the pose to find it. Think of a cat that twirls around in the sunlight, right? They twirl, they sit, they twirl, they sit, they twirl, they sit, and then they find their spot. So if you need to adjust the bolster at all, your clothing, the blanket, do so. I'm going to give them a little bit of love and spray them with a little bit more of the dream spray. Let the arms fall off your body and use this as an opportunity to walk the shoulders down away from the ears. Sometimes they find their way back up. Perhaps your palms are face up for a little bit of receiving energy here from this guided pose. Or maybe they're face down for a little more grounding. Sometimes the breath just can't quite find me. And if that's you, maybe you bring one hand onto your heart, one hand onto the belly, and you feel your breath until you become your breath. Hear your breath. Close the eyes. Let the tongue roll into the back of the mouth, away from the roof of the mouth. Maybe the lips are a little bit apart. Let the eyes roll into the back of the skull. Soften the belly. Soften the lower back. Breathe into that often tight space in the abdomen, that space that can sometimes be so difficult to surrender into, vulnerable. Your underbelly, the truth of you. Know that you are safe here. Let the back of your head be heavier. Maybe even imagine roots growing through the back of your head into the earth, so deep into the earth, grounding you, nurturing you, feeding you. Let the back of your shoulder blades rest here like wings. Let the elbows be heavy. Let the whole arm be heavy, both arms. Fingertips relax. Connecting to this beautiful curve in your spine. Can the next exhale drop you deeper into this pose? Relax your glutes, the right glute and left glute. Let the thighs melt off the thigh bones. Send a breath low into your kneecaps. Exhale. Relax your calves, your shins, the soles of your feet have nowhere to take you right now. No weight to carry. And relax the tops of the feet and the toes. Relax the whole body. Allow stillness in the mind, even if it's just for one breath. Every deep breath is the opportunity to begin again. And again. And again. My friend, you have the option to stay exactly as you are. I'll also guide you through a few more variations of this supported bridge pose. So again, you can stay where you are. If your lower back feels a little stiff today, perhaps you bring the feet a little bit wider and let the knees drop together in the middle of the body. Notice how that feels. Try that out. Another option here in this supported bridge is to come back with the feet hip-width apart and then extend one leg out, all the way out, one at a time, like Keenan is here. So we have a few options. If you're choosing to extend the legs out, notice if the body resists that. Sometimes it will. Does it trust the pose? Can you trust the pose? Remember, you're here with your body and your breath. You're safe. You're safe. Let the ankles roll out or in. Maybe one rolls out, one rolls in. Option to stay here in whatever version you're doing with the lower body. Or if the shoulders, the heart, the chest want a little bit more opening and you don't have injury in your shoulders, perhaps you go for extended drawbridge. And as you inhale, you sweep the arms all the way overhead. And you stay there for the exhale. You soften the elbows. You find a little bit of space between your chin and your chest. And again, notice any resistance that creeps up. This is change, right? This is opening. This is vulnerable. This is expansion. This may feel so unfamiliar. Yeah, so lean into that. Let gravity hold the pose. We'll take 3 more deep breaths here, in through the nose. Really deepen the breath, soften the body even more. Let the body lean into the relaxation even more deeply here at the tail end. Inviting you to hold your next inhale without struggle or strain, just simply hold. And let it go. One arm at a time. If the arms are overhead, slowly bring the arms back down by the sides of the body. Connect back to the earth, palms into the earth. Walk the shoulders down if they've lifted up. Bring the sole of the right foot back onto the ground. If it's extended, bring the sole of the left foot back. If your feet were wide, bring them back together. We're just going to come into a very brief butterfly. So bring the soles of the feet to touch. Let the knees drop open. Bring the feet all the way down onto the ground. Bring both hands to the soft belly and breathe there. Breathe into your soft belly. Every time you inhale, the belly rises. Every time you exhale, the belly falls and the knees open a little bit more. Take 5 more breaths with me here. Gently bring your hands to your outer knees, and on an inhale, slowly close the pose. Bring the knees together like you're closing a book. Bring the hands to the hips and windshield wiper the knees side to side. Just a little movement, releasing the stagnant energy, unlocking the hips, the lumbar spine. Bring the knees back to center. Bring the arms back on the earth. As you inhale, reach the right leg all the way up to the sky. Roll out the ankle. Bring the left leg all the way up to the sky. Roll out the ankle. Stay here with the left leg lifted. As you inhale, right leg lifts if both legs aren't already up. Roll out the ankles. Flex the feet. Point the feet. And stay here with me in supported shoulder stand. You have a few options here. Maybe you reside in stillness. The legs stay as they are. The feet are heavy. The ankles are heavy. Sometimes I like to flex the feet and allow for a deeper stretch in the hamstrings. Sometimes I like to take a little bend in the knees. If you feel like you're working a little too hard here, ease up. Sometimes it's nice to explore moving the legs around in time and space. Yes, I love that noise when the ankles crack. It's a release. Yeah. Are you still breathing? Can you take a layer off of the work in this pose? So yes, the legs are doing a little bit of work, right? Your lower back is doing a little bit of work, but hips up, totally relaxed. Let the breath be easy. Yeah, close the eyes if you haven't already. Let the tongue roll into the back of the head and breathe here. Imagine the legs are like an hourglass turned upside down. And one grain of sand with every breath falls from the top to the bottom back into the earth until you're empty. The benefits of this pose, legs up the wall pose, this is a complete reboot for your nervous system. It switches us from the sympathetic, the fight or flight, into the parasympathetic, the rest and digest. That's the space that we heal from. Your body knows on a subliminal level that you're safe here, right? Because you can't run. So you must be safe. You must be safe. Stay here for another minute. Notice if your mind is wandering. It tends to in still poses. Yeah. The mind says, well, if the body's not busy, that means I can be. But remember, restorative yoga, the art of doing less, and that includes the mind, the monkey mind, the art of doing less so that you can be more. right? So it's closing down the 25 browsers you have open in the mind. I know they're there. Close them down. Let your mind be a blank canvas. That is the space that we create from. That is the space that the muse finds us. Take 3 more breaths. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. I want you to hold the peak of your next inhale, whenever that is for you, organically. And when you're done holding that breath, as you exhale, slowly bring the feet back onto the earth. Let it be slow. Let it be for the whole breath out. And when the feet land on the ground, can you breathe through the feet? Soles of the feet land on the ground, back in bridge pose. Yeah. Lift every toe off the ground, just the toes, and then land them 1 toe at a time back on the ground, grounded. We're going to come out of this pose. So as you inhale, lift your hips off the ground and very gently slide the bolster off to the right side of the body. Keep the hips lifted. And just as slowly, bring the hips back down. As slowly as you can. And when you land, be there for a moment. Breathe into that space, lower back. The space that we hold worry. Go ahead and open the arms wide. Take the feet wide off the mat. Let the knees come together. Yeah. And just be there for a moment. Let the palms face the ground so you can feel a little more grounded. And very slowly, keep the feet wide. Let the knees drop over to the right. Yeah, and look over to the left. Ground down in the left shoulder. Find space in between your top, bottom row of teeth. Maybe in between the lips. Relax the feet, the toes. If you notice at home you're doing this and you notice that your left thigh is really engaged, you can always slide a bolster or a block or a rolled up blanket underneath that left knee. If you notice your right leg is a little engaged, right? There's some energy there. Place a block, bolster, blanket underneath there. If you notice one shoulder just doesn't quite touch the ground, place a blanket under there. I want you to feel as supported as possible, especially in this type of yoga. This is the yoga of complete passive movement, right? There's no work involved here. And it takes a moment for the body to realize that. If you want more in this pose, you have the option to take your right foot and place it on the top left outer thigh. So you may notice with that a deeper stretch in your right hip flexor. So here, the knee on the right side of the body is in the air, right? Gravity is your prop, right? But that, again, may be too intense for you. So if you're choosing to put the leg up on the other leg, again, bring the floor closer to you by putting a prop underneath there. So you'll notice there's so many options, right? That's the way it goes in restorative yoga. The best pose, the best alignment is your pose and your alignment. That's why this is the practice of deep self-compassion. So let's take a few more breaths here together. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's take a deep inhale. Feel the ribs expand, belly expand around the corners of the twist. Hold it at the top. Try not to grip the jaw or tense the thighs. Just hold breath. Sip in a little more. Open mouth with all your body. Let it go. Relax. Yes, 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 yes. Beautiful. On your next inhale, bring the neck back to center. If you've bound the top foot, let it go. Bring the knees back to center. Keep the feet wide. And then drop the knees to the other side. We'll set up for the same flow on the other side of the body. So again, the neck drops over to the right. We start here. Now play around here with palms face up. Palms face up, receive. So again, start by just being in this pose for a moment and noticing. Are the thighs engaged? Are the feet flexed? Soften the ankles. Can you activate the cervical spine a little more here by looking even more over that right shoulder? Yeah. Maybe let the tongue fall to the right side of your mouth. Maybe the eyeballs just tilt a little bit to the right side of the skull. Relax the tip of the nose, the cheeks. Relax the calves, the thighs, and place any props that you want underneath your body. This is a spinal twist. A lot of times when we're spinal twisting, the body gets into a defense mode. And how does that feel? It means the core engages, the jaw clenches, the chest tightens. But again, trust the pose. Lean in to your body. Be with your breath. Right? If you're with your breath, you're here. And if you're here, you're in your practice. That's where the magic happens. Take a deep breath in through the nose, fill it up. Let it go. I always love that in this urban setting, we hear the train. This train is no different from your mind, right? Just when we think we've reached peace, that train comes charging through, right? This is a reminder that there's so many things that we cannot control. And that we don't have to be in the Berkshires or in Bali to find bliss and peace. It's here. It's in your breath. It's in your mind. Option to stay here, or again, you can always take that left foot, gently place it on the right outer thigh, allow the left knee to open, hip flexor open, gravity pulls you down. If you're choosing to readjust, take a few more deep breaths. We tend to tense up after we move in even the slightest way. Again, if you've readjusted and it's a little too intense, but you like the edge that you're at, bring a block, a prop, underneath that left knee. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Inhaling peace. Exhaling peace. Inhaling peace. Exhaling peace. Inhaling peace. Exhaling peace. Take a deep inhale here with me around the corner of your spine. Hold. Hold. Can you sip in a little more into your navel? Hold the breath without holding the body. let it go. Your next inhale returns the neck to neutral, the knees slowly come back to center. Release that left foot. Heel toe the feet back to hip width apart. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. And exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Take what you need here. Maybe you have one hand on top of each knee and you're rolling the knees out, churning the hip socket, lumbar spine. Maybe you're choosing to do what Keenan's doing and you're shifting from side to side. Maybe you roll up and down or take a happy baby. Sometimes I find in these poses I still want length in the back of my body, and I extend my arms and my legs up to the sky and I just kind of shake it all off. We're going to take the next minute in self-practice. What do you need? What do you need here? Really being mindful that you stay with your breathing, especially in your self-practice, right? Feel free to let out some. We're winding down our practice now. Take another 5 breaths in your self-practice. And then I would like you to meet me in a Shavasana. We'll be doing a little Yoga Nidra first, but we'll be doing it in a Shavasana posture. And again, let this Shavasana be extra juicy. Now, what do I mean by that? All the props. Grab a sweater. Yeah, grab 2 blankets. Try not to rush to relax. Really take your time with this, right? So often we rush ourselves into our little cocoon. This is part of the practice, right? This is part of the pose. So get yourself wrapped up, blankets under you, over you. Light some sage again. I'm going to be using the oils again. So before you settle fully in, maybe you bring some of the oils into the palms. We have the option here of 3 eye pillows. So some options here. Eye mask, real close to the face. You can put an eye pillow right on top of it. We have 2 other eye pillows here. Again, it doesn't need to be an eye pillow. It can be anything weighted, right? 2 blocks. So 2 of those can go over the shoulders. Sometimes I like to put one on belly, one on chest, or on the thighs. Sometimes I like to put them like Holly has them in the palms of her hand. Sometimes I like to put it behind my head for a little pillow. Before you settle into complete stillness, take some movement in the neck and the jaw. Use this opportunity to take up a little more space. Wiggle the hips a little bit. Walk the shoulders down away from the ears. Let the ankles roll out or in. Let the kneecaps soften. Take a deep, full breath in here. Last really mindful breath of your practice. Hold it when you're at the peak of your inhale, and whenever you feel ready, let it go. And leave the mouth a little open. Become aware of the sounds in the distance. Become aware of the most distant sounds that you can hear. Let your sense of hearing be like a radar beam, searching out distant sounds and following them for a few seconds. Move your attention from sound to sound. Gradually bring your awareness to sounds just outside your space. And then sounds inside of the space. The sound of your breathing, the sound of my voice. Develop awareness of the room. In your mind's eye, visualize your four walls, the ceiling, the floor, your body lying on the floor. See your body lying on the floor. Become aware of the existence of your body lying on the floor. Total awareness of your body lying in perfect stillness. Your body is lying on the floor. Develop your awareness of all the physical meeting points between your body and the floor. Become aware of your breath, the deep, natural, spontaneous breath. Let the whole body relax. Let the whole body relax. Let the whole body relax. Bring your awareness to the tip of your nose. Follow the bridge of the nose to the face. The top of the head. Maybe turn the corners of your mouth up for a smile. Keep the body still. And take a deep breath. Take another deep breath. Riding the waves of breath back to shore, coming back home. Welcome home. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and a nice sigh. Start to move the jaw side to side, wiggle the forehead. Wiggle the toes, the fingers. Wiggle the hips, roll out the ankles and the wrists. Start to deepen the breathing now. Take a deep breath and stretch the arms all the way overhead, arch the lower back, feel that juicy goodness, that peaceful feeling. Let it go. And bring the soles of the feet to the ground, keep the arms overhead and just gently roll to one side of your body for fetal position. Let the eye pillow just fall off your face. Yoga means union in Sanskrit. It's the piecing together that which was actually never separate. Sometimes we come to our yoga practice to put ourselves together. And sometimes we come to fall apart. When we allow ourselves to unveil and to surrender, we sink into a place where we decide how we're going to put our pieces back together. And it is in that space that we become new. Fetal position, the pose of beginning. Gently press up to seated as you breathe in. Really take your time here. And once you come up to seated, roll out the shoulders, roll out the neck, inviting you to keep your eyes closed. Bring your hands to heart center. Take some breaths here. Inhale deeply through the nose. Gentle sigh out the mouth. Together we Om. Inhale. bowing your heads to your heart. Yogi, the peace in me honors, values the peace in you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. Thank you so much for joining us for Vasu Restore. I feel really good right now. I hope you're feeling the same way. If you enjoyed these flows and you want more, check out our Vasu University at vasutribe.com. And to really bring the experience, the aromatherapy aspect and the healing aspect into your home, I invite you to check out all of our beautiful products, all organic, also on our online store. So until next time, namaste.
Namaste.